Bradley International Airport in Windsor Locks, Connecticut is currently undergoing two major construction projects, promising to transform how travelers navigate the facility.
And Western Mass News reporter Taylor Smith joins us live in studio this morning with more on those projects. Taylor, what can you share with us?
Well, David and Amanda, airport officials are saying that this will enhance security and create additional gate space, making travel more efficient and convenient for everyone. Now, the first project aims to streamline the baggage claim process. It's a vertical circulation project that will add two new corridors on both sides of the main terminal in hopes of giving deplaning passengers quicker access to baggage claim. Now, that's according to a release from the Connecticut Aviation Authority. And the second project is a new 80,000 square foot facility being constructed directly behind the nearby Sheraton Hotel. It will house advanced explosive detection machines, so baggage will be sent directly from airline ticket counters along a mile-long conveyor belt to the screening facility, eliminating the need for passengers to handle their own bags after check-in. Now, both projects are on track to be completed by the late 2025. And I'm reporting live in the studio, Taylor Smith, Western Mass News.
Taylor, thank you.